You should feel so damn tired at the end of the day that you always wake up and go to sleep at the same time every single day. You should max out your day. You should feel like you've done the most that you could. You've output the most work that you could in that day, and you should feel satisfied at the end of the day. A bunch of people, they tell me like, I struggle to sleep, I can't sleep. And the reason why you're struggling to sleep is because you're not maximizing your output of the day. And this was a problem for me too. So back then, when I used to just play video games and just do fuck all day, I would just wake up whenever and just let the day control me. And that is a major, like, fuck up. Like, you're letting the day control you. No. You control your day. You take back control by filling in the spots that you're not doing anything and making it productive. This is how you level up your character in real life, and this is what I noticed. I used to play video games and leveling up my character in a video game, but then I slowly came to a realization that these small little increments that I'm doing throughout my day is actually developing my character and will develop my character in the long run. Does that make sense? Like, let's say you start doing these small things. These small things will then turn into big things that will just become a normal habit in your life. For example, you start reading, let's say you start reading like 10, let's start with 5 minutes because most people can't even read for 10 minutes. So you start reading for 5 minutes one day, and then the next day it's 5 minutes, next day it's 5 minutes. And then, okay, I've been reading for 5 minutes for so long now, let me crank it up to 10 minutes. Then you crank it up to 10 minutes, and then you get used to 10 minutes, and then you go to 30, and then 45, and an hour. So when I first started like my self-improvement journey, I told myself at the beginning of 2023, I was like, I'm gonna meditate. But I didn't know where to start. So I would look up these YouTube videos and stuff like that. Okay, start off with 5 minutes. Okay, I started off with 5 minutes. I did 5 minutes again the next day, 5 minutes. And you know what? I got so used to it that I was like, dude, this is too small. Let me crank it up a bit. Now I was doing 10 minutes. So every single day, right after the gym, before I would eat, I would meditate. Because I realized that after I ate and I meditated, my mind was so full of carbs that it wasn't like thinking straight. But when you meditate fasted, you feel so much better. You're gonna have to try it for yourself because I can't really explain it. But meditate fasted, and I was doing this for like 3 to 4 months straight, just back to back meditation right after the gym, meditation, and I felt so much better. And I was with this girl at the time, and to be honest, I was super attached, but once I started meditating and started like focusing on my thoughts and myself, I felt so like detached from her, because I then realized that she was a distraction. So I was like, why am I giving so much energy into this distraction? And energy is a big thing. When you're trying to self-improve, when you're trying to level up your character in real life, allocate your energy to things that will improve you as a person, improve your life. Allocate those points, those skill points. So instead of allocating your points to like watching porn all day and scrolling, there's bad skills and there's good skills, and you want to stay away from these bad procrastination skills because that's not going to lead you anywhere successful and productive in life. But these good skills, like, let's say, practice your attention span, practice your communication skills, practice, going to the gym every day, your discipline, practice your consistency, practice your emotional control. Start to level your real life character and not just in game. Like, coming from a gamer, I used to game every single day. Coming from a gamer, I don't even play video games anymore. I don't even look at the fucking game. And even when I try to play video games, make an effort to, it's just so damn boring, because I'd rather My brain tells me, look, you're really gonna play some video games right now? I'd rather you do something else. I'd rather you read a book. I'd rather you watch a podcast. And stuff like that, you're gonna start to realize that you'd rather fill up those spaces. They're not really doing anything good for you, to then filling those spaces up with stuff that is productive and stuff that will progress you in your self-improvement journey and your character development. But a bunch of people think that it's going to be easy, and nothing in life truly is easy, and nothing in life that's worth getting to is going to be comfortable. I've also learned that the hard way. So I used to, when I started like door knocking for sales and stuff like that, for my window cleaning business that I had back then, I didn't want to knock doors. I didn't want to talk to people. I had like no communication skills whatsoever. And well, luckily my friend, he then pushed me to knock some doors, and I was super uncomfortable. I couldn't even say hello at the door. But now I've gotten so used to it, and I've pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone, to then it's like second nature. And it's the same thing, like you have to detach yourself from that comfortable version of you, because that comfortable version of you is not going to go anywhere worthy in your life. Now, I've been sick. Actually, I made a video while I was sick, and after that I got sick again, but it was worse. Like, it was like a fever, and I don't know. But what I realized when I was sick is that you're gonna fall a lot. You're gonna fall a lot in life. Here, let me pull up this Bible verse actually. Proverbs 24:16 through 18. It says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, but the wicked stumble when calamity strikes." So in order to be like that next version of yourself, you're gonna fall a lot. You're gonna fall down a lot, whether it be in the gym, whether it be in real life, whether it be in relationships, whatever. But those falls are just lessons. Also, they could also be interpreted as fails. So those fails are also lessons. So as long as you get back up and you learn from that lesson, then you'll progress. But you can fail so many times and not learn anything from it and still not progress, because you're not learning. You're not applying anything from that fail to your next potential rise. So when I was door knocking, I would fail. Even now, calling, I fail. But it's the consistency, and it's the willing to do it over and over and over again, no matter what. And with that consistency, like, I would knock a door, they would tell me an objection, I wouldn't get it. But then the next door, I was like, you know what? Now I know what to say. Let me say it to this guy, and then boom, I would get the sale. It's like, just learn. Literally just learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. And if, for those of you that struggle with like this mentality aspect of building that foundational core mentality, I have a course on that. Be the first link in the description. Okay? You must build yourself. And you have to build yourself through mentality, because if you're not building yourself through mentality, then you're going to struggle in other aspects of your life. Like, how can you get to anywhere in life if you don't have foundations? If you don't have the habits and the standards? For everything in life, it's habits, standards. Your foundational habit, your foundational standard. And once you get those in place, then you should be locked in and good. All right, I love you guys. Please apply this. All right.